Hi everybody, my name is Doug Uhlenbrock and I am the Director of Events with FMCA. To my right is...
Hi, I'm Barb Filer, Events Manager with FMCA.
I want to thank you all for joining us. This is our second video installment prior to the Perry Convention. This will be our 99th convention. It is the Peachy in Perry. I want to talk a little bit about the evening entertainment that we're going to have. We have three great acts lined up, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. The first is going to be on Wednesday, the 13th of March. His name is Jim Pelly. Now, Jim is an FMCA member. He hails from California. He's done some work in the past with Saturday Night Live, with some other productions. He has his own company now, and he is a motorhome owner. He travels, so I'm sure quite a bit of his act is going to involve some humor that he's picked up on the road. On Thursday night, we're going to try something a little bit different to try and get folks together. We're going to have what's called a chapter block party, and this is going to be out in the parking lots. Various chapters are going to sign up. They're going to invite folks who might be interested in joining their chapter to come visit with them, to see how they operate, to just have a party out in the parking lot as they would maybe at 5 o'clock every night. They're going to invite folks in to have a good time. Our second entertainment night will be on Friday the 15th, and that night we've got three Rock and Roll Hall of Fame groups showing up. We've got the Coasters, we've got the Platters, we've got the Drifters. As soon as they start playing, you're going to know these songs. You're going to be singing along, so you're really going to enjoy that night. There's a variety of slow songs you can get up with your partner and dance. There's some dance music as well. You'll be boogieing around like Barb will. So you're going to have a great time with that. Our third night, a little bit different. You guys might not have heard of this group. I've seen them perform, and they are incredible. The name is Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses. It's about a 10-piece band. They have the horns, they have guitars, they got the whole thing. It's kind of a swing, jazz, real high energy group. You're not going to be sitting in your seats long when these guys start playing. They are good. So why don't you come out and see them. For those who aren't interested in going to the block party or just have other things that they'd rather do, we are going to have a movie that night. It is The Bucket List, and it's with Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson, I believe, right? Is that who it is?
Walter Matthau, isn't it?
No, it's Jack Nicholson.
Is it? Okay. All right, I think that.
Now we're going to move on to our daytime and other special events, and we've got we put together a pretty good list of things for folks to do. Starting on Tuesday, the day before the event starts, we're going to do a couple things. That afternoon, there's a movie that just came out. It's called RV Nomads. The producer of this movie, his name is Eric Godum, and he's going to be there to answer questions and to talk a little bit about why they came up with this idea and how they put it together and what their thoughts are for the future, because I know they're getting ready to film version 2 of this movie. So I think it's going to be really neat. On Wednesday is going to be it's going to be a different kind of day. In the morning, we're going to have first timers orientation. That's going to happen at 9:30. Folks are going to come in, first timers. You'll get to talk, Gary Milner, the Midwest area vice president. He's going to talk to you a little bit about some of the things you need to know as a first timer. Following the first timers orientation, we're going to have a chapter fair where you can go talk to the chapters that you may be interested in, joining, find out more about them. At this time, that's when they'll be inviting people to come to their chapter block party. It's a real good opportunity to get yourself involved with some chapters. Starting at noon, we're going to have a kickoff concert, and I think folks are really going to like this guy. The name of his band is Jeffrey Broussard and the Creole Cowboys. It's Zydeco music, it's upbeat, it's fun. We want to get people up there dancing and get them livened up before we open the RV show up at 1 o'clock. At that time, at 1 o'clock, we'll open the exhibits up, we'll open the RV displays up. It'll be free reign. Go by, go look, go have a good time at the show, at the expo. Thursday, that's the first day we have morning coffee hour, and starting at 8 o'clock, we'll be having coffee and donuts at the town center tent. We'll have the Frustrated Maestros playing in the morning for all of our coffee hours. So we're going to have coffee hour Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Maestros will play each morning as well. from 8 to 9 o'clock. So invite you to come out and have some fun in the mornings, get yourself going. At noon that day, we're going to have a group called Shirley, and we had them last year in the morning, and they were very well received. Following Shirley later that afternoon, around 2:30, we're going to have the Big Mike Trio. Folks last year may have remembered Big Mike and the Booty Papas. This is Big Mike without the booty. On Friday, it's Mike Fuller, the magician. He's been at our events numerous times. He's fantastic. He loves coming, and one of the things he really likes to do is to get people in the audience to help him. So if you come to see Mike, expect to be part of the act, because he's a fun guy. He loves to have a good time, and he's a terrific magician as well. So after the ice cream social, we'll have the Frustrated Maestros, and they'll be putting on a concert. On Saturday at noon, it's Mike and Jennifer McLean and the Banjo Cats, and they've got a lot of experience. I've played a lot of different places, and I think you're going to really like them. And then that afternoon, another magician, Sir Patrick, and he's actually from here in Cincinnati. He puts on quite an act, so I think you're definitely going to want to see him. He's a lot of fun. Does magic, does some slapstick kind of things as well. So it'll be a really good time. We are going to do something we've never done before, and we are going to do what's called the Whisker Games. Basically, it's a beard, goatee, and mustache competition. You sign up if you think you've got a beard or mustache or goatee that can be a winner. We're going to have some judges to decide which is the best, and then the 3 winners of each category will present their facial hair to the audience, and the audience, by applause, will determine who is Mr. Whiskers for Perry 2019. There's no cost to get into it. It's just sign up at the Information Center before Thursday at noon. This is going to be right around 2 o'clock on Thursday. We're going to do this. So, Barbie, you want to talk about your book club?
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is sort of a new thing to our convention. We're always looking for ways to bring you together with a common interest. And whether that be your chassis or your quilting talent, well, we've come up with the FMCA Supersized Book Club. So we've been promoting a book, and what I do is I try to select an author of the area or that is affiliated with where we are. And this happens to be, this author is Loretta Hannon. She was actually raised in Warner Robins, which is just a town less than 10 miles away from Perry. And she's written a book about her roller coaster of a life. And she's just well-known, funny, rags to riches maybe sort of type of tale. But how she turned a really bad situation into good. We ask that you get the book, read it, and then Loretta will join us on Saturday at 1 o'clock and review the book with you, answer your questions, sign your copies of the book. It was extremely successful in Gillette. So there's instructions on the website, there's instructions inside your packet on how to make a reservation. I'll just really quickly mention, it's called The Cracker Queen, a memoir of a jagged, joyful life.
All right, now moving on from kind of our entertainment, we're going to get into a little educational now. A few years ago, we put together our RV Basics program. It's a 2.5-day kind of RVing starter program where folks who either are new to RVing or need some refresher can get some really detailed information from some expert training partners. And we have Gary Bunzer heads it up, and he's the RV doctor. If there's something to know about RVing, he knows it. He has some other folks who work with him. It's a terrific educational opportunity for you if you feel like it's something that you really need. FMCA has partnered with the RV driving school to offer driving and backing classes prior to the FMCA convention. So these are going to start almost a week before the convention starts. We're going to bring folks in. They're going to go through the school, and basically here's the way it works. The driving school is a 2-day thing. You're going to go to class on one day, you're going to drive the next day. Backing school is a little bit different. You're going to take your classroom work in the morning and you're going to do your training in the parking lot to your backing training in the afternoon following the class. So it's a little bit different. You can do one or the other, or you can do both. I encourage you to find out more about the RV driving school. As I mentioned, it's two separate things, but you can do both. You can do one or the other. Give us a call. The only way you can register is by calling us, because we do have to schedule you at that time. It's going to be a terrific program. If you register by January 11th before midnight that night, you can get the early bird pricing. The day after that, it's going to go up $20. So I encourage everybody to make sure that you register before that deadline so you can get the $20 break there. Before the early bird deadline hits, a couple days before, we're going to contact anybody who chose to register with the partial payment plan and let you know that the day before, January 10th, we're going to put your second half of your payment through on your credit card. Once the early bird deadline comes and goes, we're going to be mailing out confirmation packets within the next week. So that's when you should start looking in the mail for your confirmation packets. It's going to come in an envelope, looks very much like this, if not exactly like that. Exactly like that?
Well, pretty close to that.
All right. When you get this, the one thing I want you to do, please, when you get it, open it. Don't just put it in the motorhome and say, I'm going to wait until we get to Perry to open it, because there's a lot of information in here that we want you to look at immediately, make sure it's correct. We definitely want you to get the confirmation booklet out, read through it. It's got a lot of good information. It's got directions. We really ask that you use these directions when you come in. The way we do parking, we don't just have you show up on one site. We have people going to different locations depending on what kind of parking they have. So it's important that you go to the right exit, first of all, off the highway, and then to the right gate, so that when you pull in, we can get you parked like that. The worst thing, I know and I've heard enough, the worst thing that can happen to you is to sit around for an hour waiting to get parked. I don't like it. I know you don't like it. I don't like it. Our parking team doesn't like it. If you come in the right way, follow directions in, within 20 minutes, you'll be parked and setting up your campsite. It really can be that easy if we get everyone to follow the directions. That's why I beg you, please read the directions and follow the directions that apply to your type of parking. Also in your packet, you're going to find your name badges. The yellow ones are for our family attendees. Our blue ones are for our family disabled attendees.
Can I mention something?
You may.
While you're on the grounds, we just ask to always have your always wear your badges, because you'll be stopped and asked a million times. If you just have them, just wear them while you're on the grounds, and that it gets you in and out of everything. We've also provided a program called Mentors Program, and there'll be folks, I don't have their button, but there'll be folks wandering around with a big button on it that says, I'm a mentor, and they're there for you to go up and say, hey, I'm totally lost, what do I do, where is this? And these folks are on the grounds ready and willing to help you at any moment. So we're doing, and they will be also at the first timers orientation, so you can recognize them and recognize the button and what's going on with that. So we're ready. We're so excited to have you.
One of the things that we're going to try, we've never done it before, and I don't even know if Barb knows about it. I think she probably heard me talk about it, or maybe seen it somewhere. On Tuesday, a lot of folks will be there already they'll arrive on Monday, and we'll get a bunch more show up on Tuesday. But starting at noon on Tuesday, we're going to do what's called, what I've called it, is a walkabout. We're going to have some folks, some of our mentors, some of our area vice presidents, take small groups out and just kind of give you a walking tour of the grounds, of the areas that you need to know, where things are going to be, how you can get around more efficiently. That way, when you come back the next day, you know where you're going. We encourage anyone who wants to take advantage of that to come join the walk.
And then real quickly, if you're one of our fantastic Being a Peach volunteer, you're going to get one of these in your window too, and you can go to the special lot. You don't have to park there, but in order to get, if you've been requested to come in early to go to your volunteer meeting, you'll need this in your window so that they know. And volunteers, you're also going to get a letter that explains what you volunteered for and a lot of the details. And this will be inside that envelope, special envelope in your packet. We really need some more volunteers. We're about halfway, maybe not even 3/4 of the way there, what we need. So if you're interested, all the descriptions are on the website. You can kind of pick and choose. You can call us and talk about it. Golf cart drivers, tram riders, seminar monitors, we're in need of security too. So if you're interested, want to come in a little early, want to give a little bit of your time, be a Peach and volunteer.
Well said. We could use your help though, folks. If you do have the opportunity to volunteer, we do encourage it, even if it's for just a couple shifts. We do need our volunteers. They're the lifeblood of our conventions. We really we couldn't do it without you. We would be very grateful for your help. We encourage you, if you haven't signed up, as I mentioned before, go online, give us a call. So for now,
in the meantime, the Cracker Queen for our Supersized Book Club would be a great Christmas gift.
That's
Stocking stuffer.
You know what else would be a great gift?
What?
Convention registration.
Yes. And an FMCA membership.
And a membership. Do it all.
Throw in a poinsettia. No.
No.
No, we won't.
So on behalf of FMCA, all the folks here, I personally and Barb would like to wish you all happy holidays and have a very good New Year, and we will see you in Perry.